Good morning, everybody. It's barely morning. It's getting close to lunchtime. And I haven't been out here doing much with them this morning. I got them started on a couple little projects, but I had other things I need to do. And we have a friend here right now, Mike, from Texas, that lives there at my farm in Texas, and his fiance, Lorianne, which we call her Yen. They're staying down here in the guest room right now and all. They just got back from Manila and she got approved for her K1 visa. He applied for it in May of last year and it was finished May of this year. 55 weeks. It was done in 55 weeks. Everything went smooth as pie. He did not use an attorney. He did it all on his own. Super simple and just done and over with. So congratulations to them. Melinda was the matchmaker on their relationship, and she is a friend of Melinda's, and she's a great girl. She's got a good family, and she works for the government in that, how do you say it, like, it's a long initial, like, you know, it's like the rescue disaster unit, you know, like something like MDRM or something like that. I don't know, you know, disaster relief management, you know, all that stuff. So everything went smooth, quick, and she's going to actually be at our farm in Texas. So and sometime in the next couple months. They're waiting for her visa. They said will come to her in 2 to 3 weeks, and she still needs to go do her CFO also. So aside of that, and congratulations again to Mike and Lorianne, let's cover some stuff on the little cabin right here. We're gonna do a little walk around and talk here about the cabin and step inside and look at some things. And while we're here, check out these Talisai trees just really growing right here. I say trees because there's several of them here. They were growing out here at the beach, provide shade and greenery. So I want to talk about these pails here. It seems like people have been concerned about my pails and they're ugly. They are, but the reason we weren't concerned about it is because we're still going to be backfilling this, and you're barely even going to see those. All this here with this pipe and all this is all going to be backfilled over and filled up around. And so where we're building the sidewalks up here too, you see we haven't finished here, but you see how high that is. It's because all this gets backfilled, so you're probably going to talk about the top maybe like 3 inches of that ring even showing when we're done. So it's not an issue. Apparently it's only an issue to the people watching and looking for something to nitpick about. I agree they do look ugly, but they have a purpose when we backfill around them. If we ever had to move this cabin or anything or level it and adjust it, this thing's not hard set in the sand. We can jack up, we can shim up, and there you go. So let's go inside. I need to get in here and pull some wiring. I may do that tomorrow. We're gonna actually paint this little wall right here where this mirror is. See if I can get where it's not a glare off that glass. There we go. So we're actually gonna paint that wall off there where that mirror is, but we got some guests that's gonna be in here. A big families rented the whole property for an upcoming family event, and so we went ahead and hung the mirror there for the moment, and we'll come back and do some finished work on some of this after the fact. And inside in here there is a blue water tube right here coming up for the toilet and the shower, and a viewer, a commenter, commented that we should just take a piece of this bamboo and cover that blue water pipe. And I said, eureka, that is exactly what we're going to do. And I told Joel that idea came from a viewer. He liked it too, and so there it is. There's a piece of bamboo hiding a blue water pipe right there. Next thing, we put a towel holder up right here. There's some cocoa lumber behind there. Joel put some long screws through, and we put a towel holder here next to the shower here and got that done. So we got this light fixture up here. I need to wire it up. Now this light fixture is unique because you can actually swing those around and make different styles with this. So I could swing that ring around over here, the bottom one and all, and make it a multi-stage light. I am gonna buy paint and paint this wall. It's so dark in here. That's Melinda's suggestion. She wanted it white. I don't want it white, huh?
Paint?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna end up painting this wall. She wanted it white. I don't want it white. I was thinking more like a really, really light green, like what they call hay or straw color, or maybe even some type of yellow, because that's very common here in the Philippines. I want some kind of color. I don't want just white. So we'll pick out a color and put on this wall here, though, and liven it up some. So right now, Joel has got this track right here for this barn door. And that track goes right across the there, and it's going to have a sliding door here. And I had a sheet of 3/4 inch marine plywood in my garage. And he got it out earlier to cut the door. Now, before you screw that up, just asking, I don't know. Do you need to put the rollers in on that first?
Maybe make a technician, boss. So cut the plywood and
yeah, I will go away. I will go away. So this wall here too, we plan on doing something more with it also. So that's a little update on that. Main thing we got doing here right now is getting here and clean up. I'm gonna go run and buy a bamboo bed and put in here, and we need to get a mattress on it. So that is the story with that. I'm really loving this green ivy growing over right here. The family, some reason they don't like it, and they always want to strip it away. But that is nature's way to prevent erosion, man. Ground cover, those roots grow all on that sand. It can handle the salty conditions. Look how healthy it is too, man. It is really healthy. I like it, and I look forward to it even being there once I have that pond. I still want it there. Yeah, I like just some of the nature look. And I want this whole area in here to have just some nice nature look. All right, so they got that project up there done pretty much. And this here's a little danger of trip hazards and stuff right now. So I want Mop to go ahead and start on this project over here out this side, going to this room here now, where we got all these Coke bottles covering up the spears sticking up, the steel sticking up. So he's going to start preparing and working that now, so we can get this safe going down to this room down here, and that's where they're going to be on that. So let me show you over here on this. We got our beginning pieces of side forms coming out here, where there'll be landscaping here, and a little beam that we'll put actually stonework on top of, just some natural stone. Really important right now that we have the sidewalk ready for everyone. Tell me what you think about that. It's nice, comes out wide. It's gonna be great for an event or a group. Everybody wants the photo. They can all line up across and picture. Yeah, step across here. That bottom one's wet. And this is for our round column. So just now, he poured in the other side step over here, but it's still gonna have to be finished. He's just letting it cure for a little bit right now. And then I'll come back over that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning here from another day of our projects. So the guys had never finished stripping these forms off the staircase pour on the side, and they're waiting for some materials to arrive this morning. So they're doing those things, stripping that other side forms off, and maybe before the day's done, we might remove all this bamboo out of the swimming pool also. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Where's the ring?
You scared it away? Yeah, so you see it's completely still. Barely even a lick of air moving. And it's supposed to be like a tropical storm right now. But it's on the other side of the country from us. And it's heading north. It's on the east side. But they said it was going to pull in this draw, this suction in and draw all this moisture in over this way. Well, we got one rain yesterday. It was pretty nice though. It was a quick little downpour, but you see it's like, see where those boards is laying there. It wasn't enough to even saturate underneath them. Just the surface right there. But it's still a blessing no matter what. It's so nice to see this damp sand and this cloud cover. It's very nice for that. Well, I'm going to go up and eat breakfast with our guest. I told John Pierre that I would have breakfast with him this morning. And we'll come down and see what this day's got going on. So we're continuing a project here I didn't record none of yesterday. Cap bought some saddlebags right here, side cases for his bike. And he's having a hard time finding hardware for this particular bike sometimes online. He had ordered these brackets right here, but they don't match up exactly right the way they're supposed to be. He's going to have a hard time sending them back, so we've been making some pieces here. We'll repaint later. We're just mocking it all up right now, drilling out and making them work. So we got this one, and we have some tubing here. We'll paint it all up when we're done and dress it up, make it look nice. But we've about got it where his releases and all work, and we're going to make the top one up here and the locking mechanism for it and all. But we mocked them up on here yesterday already, and they look pretty good. These are aluminum cases here. So kind of getting there. So we're gonna make the top pieces in here now. Just flopping here at the moment. Don't have the top one in. We're gonna make this top bar on here, and we're also gonna make a bracket for this catch right here. Now Cap decided to switch these around. Normally this catch would have been on the rear. He decided he wanted the boxes with the lid swinging open up this way, and with that catch in the front. So we're just flipping them around the other way. And we've already started making some more of our hardware here, but it just got late on us yesterday and we weren't able to finish it. So that's what we're going to do today. We got a little bit of tack welding to do, and we'll take everything off then and paint it all up and make it look super good. Well, everybody, it's their lunchtime right now, and I've been in the garage working on a project with Cap's motorcycle, helping them make some brackets for saddlebags. And I haven't been out here, but while they were actually doing the work, but I instructed them what to do, and that was to pour these 2 columns right here. That's gonna be pretty cool. It will have these coming up here now, and we'll be able to start visualizing. Let's walk out here and turn back at it. We'll start visualizing where the little archway is going to go up there now. See, makes a huge difference. Wow, it makes it way more grand. Wow, so those are 8 foot tall. Wow, I like it. So they get those other 2 poured. I could actually maybe let them rest and strengthen up for a couple of days, and then we could form up pour the little arches across top. See, not having to do all that. And look here, man, we got all this sidewalk here now, and this one's just dead ending with some steel sticking out of it where it will continue over there. And look here, we got this one here coming around. Now I don't want to walk all of it because this end down here they just poured this morning. Yeah. Oh, Joel, he's not quite as smooth on that broom as I am. They still don't get just quite the level of detail that I like, but y'all don't like me babysitting them, so there you go. Because I see where the broom made a stop marks across there. I would have swept that on through. And actually, I wouldn't have put my grooves this way. I would have ran them across ways like this. I think it looks nicer, and then finish your edge. And I mean, it is what it is. That's the way it goes in the wild, wild west. But it's coming along. It looks good. Nonetheless, it looks good. It'll work. Probably just me being too picky, but just a certain level of quality that I want, and that's what I want. And like, I can really see a lot of marking in it here. That they also had a challenge on this yesterday because rains kept coming on while we were doing this, and they kept having to cover it up with plywood and check on it and try to uncover it real quick and finish it. So I'm not going to condemn it too much. Overall, it's all pretty good. Overall, I really like it. It's coming right along. I probably will go ahead and have them to form this side out right over here. We got this steel sticking out, and I want to talk about that. I like sharing the mistakes along the way too, so maybe you can avoid them. And let me tell you about this. There's a crack. You see that dark spot? That's a crack across right there. And you see what's there is a piece of steel, and it goes all the way across. And there's a little crack coming back this way and right here. And you know what that is? That's the steel going the other way. Now let me tell you what happened. After we poured this and it just started firming up, starting to set, somebody stepped off the concrete and used that steel as a step. And they did it on this one over here. I saw their concrete foot mark on top of the rebar right there. It left a marking tail right where a foot went. And what happens is that steel's like this, but when they stepped out on the end, it flexed up and bowed up in the middle and pulled up inside this unset, unhardened concrete and made a crack in it right from the very beginning, right from the get-go. And I'm like, man, who did that? I wouldn't say that it was mocking or any of them. I watch how they do with their feet, but some others that are in the family, yeah, they don't have quite the same finesse. So I know them. I know it wasn't mock. I watch how he does all his stepping, and I watch how Francis does all his stepping. And I'm like, man, oh man, oh man, who did that? It's another reason I want too many people, too many children, everybody running around. I'm here, but it wasn't a child either. To do that. It was one of the work crew, and I can probably narrow down who it was, but I'm not going to call no names. It definitely wasn't Joel either. But this is coming along good. And you know what, that little old crack back there, it is what it is in the sidewalk. It wasn't like that the concrete shifted or cracked. It was because somebody stepped on the steel. But I'm not going to cry about it. I just want to point that out to you guys so that you know to watch out for those things. Y'all pour concrete and you got some additional steel sticking out. You need to make sure people aren't stepping on that or bending it or anything before the concrete's had time to set. And I mean set as in days set, not hours set, not the next day set. It'll still break it. I'm talking about 4 or 5 days later, maybe, according to what the situation is.